Hey, welcome back here to the Kentucky Neckbeard here. Uh, Coming to you live from Kinley, North Carolina currently. Uh, well, Kentucky got another big win last night against Auburn. I mean, it's impressive. Uh, they also beat Ole Miss on was it Tuesday night, I guess it was. I couldn't stand for that game. I had to be up like 4 o'clock the next morning. But what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about what's going on since the what was it Gonzaga game, I guess. Um, no, Tennessee game. Tennessee game was the last game I did live. Last weekend I was in Georgia. Some things came up. Uh, Once again, I missed the. I wasn't exactly ready at start, so I didn't go live and do a watch along. Last night I got down here like at 5:30. Went inside, got something to eat, went to the restroom, got some drinks, came back out. Once again, it was right at kickoff. Kickoff at tip off. Uh, so I didn't do a video. I knew it was gonna be close, so I just didn't do it. I did watch the games. The only game I missed last week or so was Ole Miss. Like I said, I had to get up early next morning. Uh, 9 o'clock is just too late for old neckbeard here. Uh, but anyways, I mean Kentucky's looked good the past two games. They look like shit against Gonzaga. If I'm just gonna be totally honest, uh, I mean I'm still on the whole get rid of Cal at the end of the year. I don't think this team is going to do much in March. Uh, Even though they put two good games back to back together, uh, two good back to back games. Uh, Defensively, uh, like I said in the Tennessee game, defense will open up your offense. Uh, and when the other teams is going down there and scoring a will, it's kind of hard to get your offense going because Coach Cal's always in and out with players. That's another thing. He's kind of cut it down to 6 or 7 guys. Bradshaw ain't really playing. Big Z ain't really playing. Edwards is playing. You had a little bit of Jordan Burks. Um, Trey Mitchell's been out last game. He was also out the Gonzaga game. But he also got injured the Ole Miss game. Uh, I mean, yeah, for Kentucky to win these games, it's a big deal. Uh, let's see how they finish, though. Uh, I just have a feeling that this team ain't nothing fixed yet. Uh, I know I'm a Debbie Downer, whatever the hell you want to call it. Uh, I'm happy the Cats have won. It just, I don't see nothing coming out of this one. I really don't. Uh, Kentucky is way too talented to be playing the way what 18-7 now, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, but I mean I just think this team is way too talented for to be 18-7. They really probably should be sort of, be totally honest. It should be like 22-3 at this point in time. I mean, you're going to drop a couple games here and there, but UNC Wilmington, unexcusable. Losing to Florida, unexcusable. Losing to Gonzaga, unexcusable. I mean, South Carolina, Tennessee, they got good squads, so I'm not going to hold that against them. Kansas, I don't know. Kansas has been kind of up and down too recently. But Kansas was playing really good ball back then. So, I mean, 3 losses, I can understand. I can't. These 7 losses are on Cal. And it does. Uh, Reed Shepard's been playing. Yeah. Last night he played all right. He played some. He had what 2 steals real quick in the game. Uh, I don't. Kentucky did get the win, 70-59 last night. So ain't too much to say uh, bad about this. The defense was good in the first half. They was kind of slumpy there to start the second half. Auburn made a run. Uh, if Auburn just knocked down some shots, though, that game would have been a lot closer. Uh, It just I don't know, guys. Basketball just it's not the same. I grew up in the '90s, obviously. We had Patino and Tubby. We win titles, um, and basketball was fun. Basketball was fun before Cal. Uh, Billy Gillespie ruined it, uh, but basketball was fun before Cal. I mean, that's just what it was. It was fun. You knew the players. I'm not big on this whole one and done. I'm not, I mean, when we hired Cal, we should have fired him next week. That just that is the fact. We should have fired Cal the very next week when he got hit with sanctions. Uh, so I mean, that it is what it is. I'm not going into it. Uh, I'm happy to catch her. 18-7. Could be better, but what's going to drive this team the rest of the year? Uh, Antonio Reeves is quietly scores 20 points. Um, we need Rob Dillingham to stay on the court. Uh, One of the good things about big turnaround here has been Ugo. He's really stepped it up, been a real force for us inside. Uh, and I mean, end of the day, catcher on a 2-game winning streak. They got LSU on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. That's in Baton Rouge. I'm not too sure what time the game is yet. Uh, LSU's coming off a upset win over South Carolina. South Carolina lost to Florida. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And they also lost. Oh, I don't remember, guys. Anyways, South Carolina's on a 2-game losing streak. Uh, they lost during the week too. I remember that. But anyways, so I mean LSU's coming off a big time win over South Carolina. It was at home though for them. Crazy things happen in the SEC on the road. So that's kind of where I come from here. When I say you're going to drop a game or two here or there. You're going to have a bad shooting night. But this team's way too talented. I mean, you got Shepard, you got Dillingham, you got Reeves. They're all shooters. Uh, then you got Dillingham and Wagner both can take their guys off the dribble. Uh, Trey Mitchell's is another leader, upper class leader. I mean, so I'll say it now. I think Kentucky beats LSU, uh, probably something like 75-68 or something. I like LSU's coach, man. I said that before LSU hired Brian McManus, not Brian, Matt McMahon from Murray State, that we should have fired Cal and hired Brian McMahon. I mean, Matt McMahon. Uh, and I'm just saying, if LSU doing something, that was our opportunity right there. Uh, so I even said give McMahon a couple years to get down there and get some guys. So we'll see. Uh, like I said, I think Kentucky wins 75-68 at LSU Tuesday night. But while I'm here, I want to talk a little bit about Kentucky has also hired a offensive coordinator, and we lost a analyst to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Liam Cohen. We're not the only one who lost something. Liam Cohen also stole Georgia's wide receiver coach. So I mean, we might not even replace that analyst, but we do have a offensive coordinator, Hammond. What's his damn name? From Boise State. Ham something. I remember that. I'm gonna look it up for y'all real quick. Maybe. Uh, Bush Hamden. I was right. Bush Hamden from Boise State. He played quarterback for Boise State. He also was offensive coordinator at Missouri. He's got kind of a list there. Uh, One thing I kind of like about him, he doesn't have a scheme, uh, as he put it. It ain't so much his scheme that he's going to put in place, and that's how we're going to run it. Not so much. He wants to run a offense based by the players and the talent we have on the field. Uh, I mean, uh, that's kind of nice. You know, use the skill set you got on the on campus rather than just trying to force a your offensive scheme and make players maybe it doesn't fit them. Uh, I guess one of the best examples would have been Eddie Grand when Terry Wilson got injured and we used Lynn Bowden that year. You know, Eddie Grand went back and he just flipped the whole offense and based it off of something that it worked for Lynn Bowden. You know, you can say that year. Everybody knew we were going to run the ball, and they couldn't stop it. That year, I was at the Georgia Kentucky game down in Athens. Monsoon raining. Chris Rodriguez catches the ball in the end zone. Kentucky's up 7-0 uh, at halftime. You know, that game was scoreless 0-0 going into the fourth quarter. A bad punt. Georgia scored 7. I want to say we fumbled the ball. Georgia got 14. They forced us to punt again. They went down the field and scored 20, made 21-0. That game was a lot closer than the final score. And really, Kentucky should have had the lead in that game. But I just used that year for kind of a reference to what Bush Hannon was saying. And, well, I heard him on KSR. I haven't actually listened to his introduction. I haven't listened to his press conference yet. And so that's one thing that stood out to me on KSR was that he said he's going to set up a scheme utilizing the players and the talent we got on campus now. Um, you know, we got Brock Vandegrift, a highly talented quarterback. He's a 5-star out of high school. We got 3 wide receivers out of the transfer portal. Then McLean or McMacklin. I can't remember all right now. Top of my head. But that's going with, you know, we already got Barryon Brown, Dane Key, and Brown Stevens. Not Brown Stevens, that's not his name. Maybe it is. Brown Stevens. Going with him. Going with them 3. So we got 6 supposed to be pretty good wide receivers here. You know, we're only going to see probably 3 or 4 of them at a time on the field. We'll see. I mean, the offensive line's supposed to be better this year. Apparently, running back we got from Ohio State, he's supposed to be really good. And people are saying that, you know, he's a real deal. Once again, I'm getting this from KSR. I listen to KSR every day. But I mean, I hope the hype lives up. I know this is basketball here. I'm turning it into football. My apologies. I haven't done a video since we hired him last week. But I'm excited to see Kentucky's offense. You know, we got J.J. Weaver coming back for his 6th year. I have to look at the defense. I don't remember. We had a lot of people who left last year. But I mean, I think we got Maxwell Harrison back. I think the defense should still be pretty solid. We got Deion Walker on the offensive line, obviously, and nose tackle there, and defensive end. I think Ripko's back. So I mean, plus we got some big time recruits out of the portal, or supposed to be some big time recruits. We got Eric Wolford back at the line, offensive line coach. You know, let's see. I'm not going to games this year, so I mean, I might go to a game or 2. I got plans of going to the Georgia game, but that's about it. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go right back to basketball here. Kentucky's got what? 18-7, 25 games down. So they got what, 6 games left? You know, Kentucky needs to win all 6. I think they could win all 6. It just depends on what team shows up. You know, we still got to go down to Knoxville and play Tennessee one more time. We still got a big time showdown with Alabama at home. I think it's Saturday. If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Uh, and we got Vanderbilt still again. I think we met Mississippi State again too. If I'm not mistaken. Uh, but anyways, so it's kind of what I think with Kentucky basketball. I know I just kind of went to football for a minute, came back. Uh, I think right now I'm on the side still fire Cal. Get rid of Cal. But I think Cal can keep his job by the way he finishes the season. And to me, and I think from what I understand, from what I hear from other Big Blue Nation fans, BBM, on talking on the post game show and on it the Matt Jones KSR radio show during the week. I really got the feeling this is a Final Four bust year for Kentucky. If Kentucky does not make the Final Four, I think John Calipari's going to be asked to leave. He's got a lifetime contract, but if I'm not mistaken, this year or next year is the year that he can walk away and have $1 million for the rest of his life. We'll pay him $1 million a year for the rest of his life. But if we don't finish strong, I'm Elite Eight, Final Four. How about that? I'd rather see Final Four, and I think I'm going to stick with that. Final Four bust. I'm going Final Four bust. We don't make the Final Four. Kentucky needs to go. We got to go a different direction. Kentucky hasn't made the Final Four since 2017. That was Elite 18. Never mind. That's Elite 8 since 2017. Kentucky has not made the Final Four since 2015. That's 9 years this year. Well, next year. So we're at 8 years right now, and Kentucky has not made the Final Four. So it's time. Either make the Final Four or Cal has got to go. This team is talented to make the Final Four. This team's one of the most talented teams in college basketball. Yeah, they're young. We also got some experience on this team too. Ugo, Reeves, Mitchell. Just it's Final Four bust. And I'm sorry, we get knocked out in the second round. Coach Cal needs to be fired on his way off the court. But I mean, I like to hear what y'all got to say about this. Some of y'all are a little more positive than me. I've been down on Cal since probably about 2014, and we went to the title game that year. I've really been loud about it. So go ahead and leave a comment down at the bottom. If you ain't already done so, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for me, share with your friends. Kentucky Neckbeard is getting off here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace.